Hey Real Writers, it's Chris here, and I'm doing something a little different for my post this week. I took a break last week because it was the holiday weekend, and now I'm back, and I thought I would do a little sort of, I don't know, it's not a moon ritual because a new moon just went past, and I think it's too late now to do anything for the new moon in Gemini, although whatever. I think you can set intentions for a new moon anytime, really, but let's just pretend it still is. But the reason why I wanted to do this video and do a little ritual with you is because Jupiter has moved into Aries, and I'm in Aries, and the last time Jupiter was in Aries was 11 years ago, and there were some massive changes in my life. And so they were all good. Well, there was one sad one, and then several good ones followed after that. So hoping that ratio stays the same, or maybe all the things that happen are positive. We'll see. But I've been hearing a lot about it. I'm not a huge astrology person. It shows up in my feed now and again, and I just wanted to share it with you because Jupiter is now in Aries from May 10th to October 28th, but is only direct through July 28th. So that's the most potent time. And then it returns, it goes back into, I think it goes to Pisces, and then it comes back into Aries on December 21st. I can't talk today. I don't know why I can't talk, but December 21st through May 16th of 2023. Again, back in Aries. So Jupiter is the planet of luck and abundance and expansion, optimism and growth. And because of it being in Aries, life is going to pick up speed. And we're feeling hopefully more ambitious and optimistic. And this is a time to turn whatever you've been dreaming about into reality. So that's why we're going to do a little ritual today. It can be about anything, but for this purpose, I thought, based on my blog, it would be about your writing. Whatever wish or dream you have about your writing, that's what we're going to do a little ritual on today. You may or may not know this. If you're an Aries, shout out to my people. But if you didn't, Aries is ruled by the planet Mars, which is the planet of action. And with Jupiter in Aries, it's time to focus on you, your desires, your vision, and step forward beyond any perceived limitations. You're going to want to just give in to optimism. You have a right to feel confident at this time. And it's time to take action. Action around reinventing or reigniting your life. This is your moment, especially so if you are an Aries or you have Aries moon or Aries rising. Your rising sign. Basically, it's time to be the real you. Yes, sure, as a writer, real writer. And if you don't know why I call my blog The Real Writer, it's in the About section, but it's related to a poem. And it basically the line that always struck me out of the poem and what I named my blog after, and my website, which I started about 17 years ago, is the real writer is one who really writes. And I've talked a lot in previous posts about living as a writer outside of the box and not giving a crap about, the writing success game. And if you're new to my blog, please go back and read the first 3 posts. They're a 3-part series on why I started the blog and why I'm not playing the writing game anymore. The writing success game, not doing it. And I want to get back to being, the real writer is one who really writes. And I think, whatever you think that is, that's what it is. It's not, we don't have to, I'm not going to sit here and wax on about it. It is what you think it is. It's just really giving your whole heart and soul to the writing. And yes, craft is important. Sure, it's good to know how to use language in the best way and how to write scenes and to best effect and how to develop your characters and what an arc is or different forms of poetry. These are all tools in the toolbox and all good to know and good to use or not use or to contradict or to throw out entirely. It's knowledge is power. So I don't mean that you should know things and you shouldn't learn things. That's not what I mean. But it's really coming from your heart and soul, and it's you do it because you love it. You do it because it's who you are. But really what I wanted to, this blog is about, and what this video is about, and what I'd like us to focus on in this ritual is that there really is no failure. Ever, in my opinion, everything is practice and everything moves you forward. It's a stepping stone. But especially right now, failure is not an option. Whatever victory you have, whatever success you have at this time, it may not look like you thought it would, but it's still a victory and it's still a success. It's not failure. You're going to learn and grow and be surprised. And yes, you're going to have wins, but again, it may not look like you expected to. It's time to dive into the creative possibilities. So I want you to be like right now, when I said we're going to do a ritual and focus on our desires and bringing our dreams into reality, what popped into your head when I said that? You know, what ideas and inspiration can you offer that is uniquely yours, that would build a better world, you know, for yourself, but also for other people? It doesn't have to be all love and rainbows. There can certainly be confrontation and breaking through barriers. Breaking through barriers is always a good thing, whether it's for yourself or others or on behalf of others. And, you know, what excites you? What is your point of view? Let's create that. Let's take action on that. Don't question, don't doubt, just do it. The world needs you. I mean, if everyone is doing what makes them happy, creating instead of complaining, there will be positive forward movement, right? So let's do this right now. I created these little kits a while back for my Etsy shop, but I've never put them on there because they're still, I'm still developing them. I'm not quite, they're not quite where I would like them to be. So if you have, if you want to, you can pause the video and go get a tea light or a candle if you want. It's up to you. You don't have to. You can follow along with me here. And my tea light is your tea light. We're joined together. So what I have in this bag and what is not fully coming out are I have some quartz and some celestite, and I have some salts, some prosperity and success salts that are now going all over the place, but that's cool. And I'm just gonna sort of put this stuff out around the candle. I have all these little, I have some labradorite and some sodalite, and sodalite is my preferred little stone for creativity, for writers. I think that's, yeah. So I've got little stones everywhere, and I have some sage, little sage leaves here as well. I'm just gonna lay this out around the candle to create like a little circle. Here's some more sodalite, which has now disappeared. Don't know where it went, but we're fine. We have plenty of sodalite. And this is a frankincense incense cone. So I'm just gonna, in these candles that I have, this candle is dressed with prosperity, success, and good luck oil. So for some extra oomph, so I'm just gonna, wow, there's a lot of salts here. I might have gotten a little too excited about the salts in this particular bag. Okay. And I have to really rethink the bag because it's a little porous, but it's so cute, isn't it? It has moons and stars on it, but it's a tad porous, so it means the salts come out. Okay. And so now what I'd like you to do is get do go get a piece of paper and something to write on, because that is part of participating in this with me. You writing it down is important. And then I picked some tarot cards and we're gonna see what the cards say as well. So pause the video and go get something to write with. We'll wait for you here. Okay, so let's just take a second, take some deep breaths, sort of get a little centered here and present. And we're going to light the candle. Run out of matches. So I'm using incense sticks. Okay. Okay, so looking at the candle, just take a second and think about, between now and July, whatever it was. Let me look, because I wrote down the dates. July 28th. So now, between now and July 28th, that's a good chunk of time. What would you like to bring into reality? What is a dream that you haven't fully pursued or haven't fully given yourself to that you want to make reality? That from now until July 28th, you're going to go for it. You're going to throw yourself in and you're going to go for it. What is that? What is that dream? Surely for the next however many weeks that is, you can throw yourself in. And then, you can have your doubts and your fears on July 29th, the day after Jupiter stops going direct. It goes retrograde. You can have your doubts then. But until that time, you're just going to go for it. So what is that thing? Okay, let's take a second and just start putting it into words in your mind so that you can then write it down on your piece of paper. Okay, so take your paper. Sorry, it's got so much salt everywhere. It's just so funny. Oh, this is a very squeaky pen. Okay, just take a moment and just write. Don't wax on, just in as few words as possible. What is the dream you want to bring into reality? I'm going to write mine. Four words. Mine is 4 words. Okay, so now I want you to fold it up. And mine is crunching because of all the salt. It's got so much, it's hilarious. Okay, now I have this lovely little container that I found with the moon cycles on it. Isn't that cute? I am going to put the paper in here and leave it out where I can see it to remind me that it's here. And I will periodically open this up and take a look and read it to remind myself of the intention. So you should do the same. And if you don't have a container, don't worry. You can just leave it out on your dresser, or if if you're a meditator, or you have an altar, you have somewhere where you keep crystals or shells or flowers, or do you have a place where you always have a candle? Put it under the candle. Just put it wherever you're going to see it, and it has sort of it's an intentional space that you have. I also, there are these cute little bags that I found at Fresh Market. These are like, you know, those quotes. I forget the name of the company, but they make the coasters and the mugs and the magnets with the quotes. And this is a little bag. So this would be something that would be cute to buy and put your intentions in. And then you can just carry it in your bag with you. Your purse, your tote bag, whatever it is. And you could even put crystals in here, right? Little bits of crystals in here. So now that we've done that, let's just take a second and imagine. I'm going to light this incense cone. This doesn't usually go super well for me. Incense cones and I do not always go well together. Okay. Just going to put it in this little cauldron that I have. And I hope you can see the smoke. And let's imagine that the smoke is carrying off this wish. Just close your eyes or watch the smoke and imagine this wish going out into the universe. There, it's done. Good job. We all took the first step together to enjoy this time, to make the most of this summer. So let's look at the cards. And you know, you can also, I'm going to leave these out at the end a little bit so you can see them. And sorry, I have a very loud ticking clock, which doesn't bother me, but sorry if it's annoying. I will in future videos, I will try to remember to perhaps move it into another room. So what you can do is you can take these cards and you can journal on them. I have a YouTube channel. I have two YouTube channels. One is focused on reading tarot and oracle cards, and another has videos with that can be used as journal prompts. And also I pull cards that you can journal on as well. So if you would like to journal on these, you know, as part of the end of this little ritual, you can do that. You can pick one of these cards and journal on it. So let's look at the first card. I think I have these out of order because this was on the bottom. Okay, so okay. So this is the Mara Luna Tarot. And I'll link to the, I'll put the names of everything in the cards, card decks in the description box. But I love these cards. They're so beautiful. I really resonate with the artwork. So the King of Wands. He's about boldness, leadership, and confidence. So consider this a sign that you too should be bold and confident and be a leader. You are unique. Whatever you're offering, you are a leader in, because whatever you're offering will be unique. This is just another reminder that you need to focus on your vision, be confident in your vision. You know, imagine it succeeding, imagine it reaching the people it needs to reach, or provide the information it needs or inspiration that you imagine it will. This is a very positive sign of your leadership and of owning your leadership. It's part of your nature. Whatever you're offering is a unique part of you and your nature. It's just who you are. And you have every right to feel confident in that. So let's put that there. And the next card. Oh, look. It's you. It's the star. You're the star. I love that I pulled the star. I mean, it just because the reason behind this reading I'm doing, this little video I'm doing, the astrological reason behind it, and that it's Jupiter and Aries, and Aries is often the star of the zodiac. I mean, I don't mean to say that in a egotistical way. I don't mean that. Aries just gets a lot of attention. It's the beginning, it's the first sign, and we can be pretty fiery and pretty front and center. But I want you to consider this a sign that not only are you claiming your uniqueness and your leadership and your vision, but you are claiming yourself as a star. Everyone is a star. Every single person is a star in their own way. So you should claim this for yourself. During this time, I want you to consider that to allow your true nature, your unique and wonderful self as a writer, as a creative, to shine through. Whatever your dream is, let it shine through, and let it shine brightly. Right? You're the star, regardless of what sign you are. You don't have to be Aries. This is just based on this ritual that we're doing, and Jupiter being in Aries. Remember that there is no failure at this time. There is success, whatever that looks like, and you should embrace it. You have to believe in yourself, right? And you don't need to be like, I'm not talking about you being a rock star, but you all are rock stars, of course. I just mean you can't touch everyone. Don't imagine yourself in a stadium with a gazillion people and you're their guru. I mean, if you want to do that, that's fine. If you want to do that and you feel like you can, go for it. But what I mean is, you just have to reach the people who will connect with you. That's it. That's the number you have to reach, whatever that number is. You don't need to be everything to everyone. You don't. You have your own tribe, we all do, and they are the ones who need to find you, and that's it. That's why you have to shine brightly, so that they can find you. You are the leading lady, the leading man, the leading whoever, doesn't matter. You're the protagonist. This is your story. Take charge of it. That's what we're doing at this time. Okay, so let's look at the next card. Okay, Six of Swords. The Six of Swords. Better days are ahead, right? You fought your battles. That's what these are. And you have the scars and the experience and the wisdom. And now it's time to take action and step forward. Even if you don't know where you're going or how you're going to get there, or if you're afraid. It doesn't matter. You just have to follow the current, follow the flow. Keep your eyes forward. And believe in yourself. See how the boat is moving from stillness into movement. That's what this time is about. It's about movement. And anything you do now is going to create positive movement. And look how these people, their heads are lifted and their eyes are looking up. Slow and steady. It does matter. Okay. So those are the tarot cards. And I also pulled an oracle card from the Pure Magic Oracle, which is a super pretty deck that I love. I have so many cards. Oh my gosh, so many cards on my YouTube channel. I love oracle and tarot cards so much. So okay, so this card, let me get the little booklet back because I haven't looked at this deck in a long time. So the card that I pulled is Sylphs, Peace, Agent of Change, Impact, and Importance. That's a really cool image. Sorry, it's gotten a little dark. There we go. Peace, agent of change, impact, and importance. So let's see what that means. It's card number 15. Let's see. Oh, sorry, it's card 14. So let's just explain what a sylph is. While often mistaken for traditional fairies, sylphs are an older, wiser counterpart of the fairy family. Rarer to encounter than other magic elementals, sylphs are said to hold incredible spiritual intelligence that allows them to shift energy as will. They move freely throughout the earth, enjoying the space of wide and open areas in nature. As governors to the element of air, they foresee the state of purity we take for granted. When toxicity begins to form, polluting the atmosphere, they appear to sound the alarm for action to those attuned to the sight. There are millions of creatures inhabiting the world, and as beings of conscience and self-awareness, it is our duty to fight for the lives of the other beings sharing our space. So that sort of resonates with what I said earlier, like what can you contribute to the world that will benefit and inspire others? You know, what can you uniquely contribute to the world? Because if you're contributing it, you're automatically making the world a better place. No act is too small. So here is the reading part. Sylphs have come to speak to you and offer their magic of purity and wisdom for you to claim and use. You have been chosen to stand with the magical beings in flight and offer your own magic to create change in the environment you reside within. So let me read that again. You have been chosen to stand with the magical beings in flight and offer your own magic to create change in the environment you reside within. So see, notice the little limited sphere there. To create change in the environment you reside within. You don't need to take over the world, just within the environment that you reside. Your own little circle, your own sphere of influence. And if you end up taking over the world, awesome. Leave a comment here when you do and let me know so we can celebrate you. But just start with your own little circle. That's all you have to do. Start with yourself. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I'm just watching the smoke taking up all our wishes out into the universe to make them come true, to give us inspiration so that we can in turn give inspiration to others. I'd love to know what your intention is. This is not a birthday wish. You're allowed to share it, and sharing it will magnify it and inspire other people. So please leave a comment. I'd love to hear, and so that we can cheer you on and support you. And anytime you're feeling a little doubtful, again, remember, we're going to hang on. We're not going to have any doubts until July 29, if you need to have them at all. Pull out your intention and read it, light a candle, put it under the candle, and let that do the work for you. Okay, everyone, I'll see you next week. Thanks so much for joining me. Happy writing.